Hey everybody, welcome to the Stuff I Never Knew Trivia Game Show podcast. I'm Jeff. I'm your host tonight on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. I've got three great guests tonight at the Mount Pleasant Volunteer Fire Department Street Festival. Let's get into the show.
That is correct. You are correct. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong. You are right. That is correct.
All right, we are back at the Armstrong booth at the Mount Pleasant Volunteer Fire Department Street Festival. And tonight I got three great guests, Linda, Jeff, and Sue. And we're playing for Jennerstown Speedway tickets. I got 4 tickets courtesy of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Are you ready to get into it?
Well, before we start, Jeff,
Okay.
I want you to know that all three of us here today, we're doing this in honor of our past mayor and fire chief,
Okay.
who passed away, who would probably be part of this show if he was here. So we're here for him.
Awesome.
Jerry Lucci is his name, by the way.
Great tribute. Thank you so
Thanks.
much. We're on this show, we get right into the game. So are you ready?
We are ready.
All right. In round one, we're going to play a game called Does This Tree Have Nuts? And I'm going to give you the name of a tree. You have to tell me, does that tree produce nuts? It's a 50-50 chance. We're going to start with Linda. The Prunus amygdalus. Is the Prunus amygdalus have nuts?
No.
That is incorrect. That's the name for an almond tree.
Oh.
That's an almond tree.
I want to buzz in. I can't buzz.
You can buzz it in the third round. No
Okay.
stealing yet. But this one is yours, Jeff. Betula pendula. Does that tree have nuts?
Yes.
That is incorrect. That's a silver birch tree. Over to Sue. Castanea. Is castanea a tree with or without nuts?
Yes.
That is correct. Sue with the first point. That is a chestnut tree. Back to Linda. Caria illinoisensis. It's hard for me to say as for you to figure out. So,
Oh boy.
Caria illinoisensis.
I'm still going to go without.
That is a pecan tree. That's the name of a
Oh.
pecan tree. Over to Jeff. Corylus. Does Corylus have nuts?
Can you spell that for me?
Corylus. I can use it in a sentence.
Can you
too.
put it in a sentence, please?
Sure can. A corylus tree may or may not have nuts.
It does.
It does, because it is a hazelnut tree. Jeff and Sue are tied. Sue, your question. Pyrus communis. Does that tree have nuts?
No.
That is correct. That's a pear tree. And your last ones this round, over to Linda. Malus domestica.
No.
No nuts, because that is an apple tree. Linda, you are on the board.
Yay.
And to Jeff, juglans. Do juglans have nuts?
Well, I have a couple of trees in my yard.
Is one of them a juglin?
Well, I think it is. So I'm going to say no.
No. Do you have a walnut tree in your yard?
No.
That is a walnut tree. That is incorrect.
But then I'm correct. I said no because I don't have a.
That's a good effort.
I thought I was on something there.
And
That's
the
cheating.
last one to Sue, Ficus bengahalensis. Ficus bengahalensis.
Yes.
That is no. That's a fig tree. And after round one, Sue is in the lead with 2 points.
Yay.
Jeff and Linda are tied at 1. So before we go into the hot seats, Sue with the lead, you get to pick the order for round 2. You can keep it the same, Linda, Jeff, and Sue, or you can mix it up.
I'll go Jeff, Linda, Sue.
We'll go Jeff, Linda, Sue. Jeff, you are going to get into the hot seat tonight here at the Mount Pleasant.
It is hot.
It is
I can
hot.
tell you that right
It's
now.
90-some degrees.
And I'm not even sitting, and it's hot. I can.
So this is the part of the show before you go into the hot seat. We get to meet you at home. Jeff, tell us a little bit about yourself, and you have some Armstrong affiliation as well.
I do. I am the borough manager of Mount Pleasant, and I have a show. It was actually the mayor and I had a show together, and we called it the Jeff and Jerry Show. And I think we've been on Armstrong for about 7 years. And we won an award in the state for the show. And I'm just happy to live in Mount Pleasant. It's a great town. And I have a great granddaughter named Kyla, who is the pride of my life.
Very nice, very nice. Well, welcome. Glad to have you here. Check it out on Armstrong Neighborhood Channel 100, Jeff and Jerry Show. Now, the important question, are you ready for the hot seat?
I am ready.
All right, so in this round, you'll each get 3 questions from the same 3 categories. 90s movies, I Want to Go to Hawaii, and that happened in June. So you'll each get questions from those categories, plus a Name 5 bonus question. Jeff, your 90s movies question, it's multiple choice. In the 1993 sci-fi film Demolition Man, starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes, what is the only restaurant in existence? Is it called Cyber King, Stardust, Taco Bell, or Pizza Hut?
Stardust.
Stardust, incorrect. It is Taco Bell. Taco Bell survives. Your Hawaii question, what category of business is the #1 moneymaker for Hawaii?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. What category of business is the #1 moneymaker for Hawaii?
I would say fruit,
Fruit.
which would be like pineapples and things like that.
It is actually tourism. Tourism. And
Hey, I'm rolling here. So
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
gonna
We're
roll.
dying.
your that happened in June question. In June of 2001, what make of car named after a U.S. colony was discontinued?
What make of car?
Make a car discontinued in 2001. Think of a rock.
The Chevette.
Chevette. It is Plymouth. The brand Plymouth cars they stopped making. All right, here's where you're going to get 5 points. I'm going to give you a Name 5 category. You'll have 10 seconds on the clock. I'm going to get my clock started here.
Oh my God.
I'll read you the category and I'll start the timer. Jeff, name 5 toppings to put on a hamburger and go.
Mustard, pickle, ketchup, onion, special sauce.
You got all 5 in under 5 seconds, so that was phenomenal.
Did I get a bonus point for
You
that?
get 6 points total so far.
Good job. You didn't
We're-
have to answer?
We're going to go over to Linda. Linda,
Yay.
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Where are you calling? Where are you coming in from? Sometimes we do these live on the internet, but you're
I'm
actually
from
here
Mount
today.
Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
Anything you want to plug, promote, or talk about the area?
Come to the festival and come and visit my brothers at the Almer stand.
Very good. We'll be over there. Are you ready for the hot seat?
I am.
Linda, it means buckle your seatbelt, Dorothy, because Kansas is going bye-bye, is said in which movie? Is it Speed, The Matrix, Back to the Future 2, or The Core?
What's the last one?
The Core.
What was the first one again?
Speed with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. I've seen the first 3 movies. I don't know the last one, so I'll go with that.
The last one?
Yeah.
It is The Matrix. They say that in The
Oh.
Matrix.
Oh.
Your Hawaii
Matrix?
question. Hawaii is the only U.S. state to grow what drinkable crop?
Pineapple juice?
Pineapple juice. Somebody else must grow, but they're the only state to grow coffee.
Oh.
And what was launched in June 2003 to give people relief from telemarketers?
Like the phone number that you call so they can't call you?
The do not call
Yeah.
phone number. I'll give you the point for that one. And your Name 5 bonus question. You'll have 10 seconds. Linda, name 5 excuses for not turning in homework and go.
My dog ate it. I fell asleep before I could get it done. I didn't have a pencil. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have time.
And time. You got all 5. You're in first place
Yeah.
right now with
Hey, Jeff,
7 points.
she's a teacher.
No, I'm a
Okay.
retired
She's
teacher.
a retired teacher. And I think you should give her 4
Retired.
instead of 5 for that.
So have you heard any of those excuses during your tenure?
Yes, and worse.
Well, that's great. We're going to go over to Sue. Sue, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, so glad to have you here. Tell us a little bit about yourself and the area. What goes on out this way?
My name is Sue, and I have been born and raised in Mount Pleasant, and I am the borough president on council.
Awesome. So great to have you here today.
Thank you.
Are you ready for the hot seat?
I guess so.
Here we go. Your 90s movies question. Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, and Ed Harris appeared in what 1996 action film? Was it Broken Arrow, The Rock, Demolition Man, or The Hunt for Red October?
The Hunt for Red October.
It was The Rock. The Rock. And the Big Island, Hawaii, has volcanic sands of what distinctive color?
Purple.
Purple, incorrect. We're looking for black sand. And your That Happened in June question. What new cabinet did George W. Bush propose in June of 2002?
I don't know. Do you, Jeff?
I don't know.
in, Jeff.
I don't know.
I have a weird 3-second rule. 3 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. It's the Department of Homeland Security was in 2002.
Oh.
And your 5-point bonus question. Sue, name 5 ways to say goodbye and go.
Arrivederci. So long. See ya. Adios.
One more. And time. You got 4. You are tied with Jeff for 6 points. Linda has 7. We're going into the buzzer final round.
We're gonna
Oh,
knock
no.
And in this
Here we
round,
go.
I'm going to
Here we
give
go.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Yes.
In this round, I'm going to give you a very vague question. Who am I? What am I? Where am I? And then I'm going to read you a series of 3 clues. If you know it, you're going to buzz in by saying your name. Let's test our buzzers. Go ahead, say your name.
Linda.
Jeff.
So
All right, they're perfect. Very good. I'll read you a series of clues. If you note on the first clue and buzz in, that's worth 3 points. If you note on the second clue, that's worth 2 points. And the last clue is worth 1 point. If you buzz in, you're right, you get the points. But if you're wrong, you will lose the point value. So those 7 or 6 points can get erased pretty quickly.
Ooh.
oh.
What's the first question? Where am I?
Where am I? And this is coming
Jeff.
down.
Jeff. I'm at the festival. At the
Well, I
farmers
didn't give any
festival.
clues yet. I didn't give any clues. But just a reminder, we are playing
Jeff's
for
trying to cheat
Jennerstown Speedway tickets, courtesy of Armstrong. You got 4 tickets coming your way. I'm looking for an American entertainer. Which American entertainer? I won 26 Academy Awards and have been nominated 59 times. If you think you know, buzz in. If not, hold on to the second clue. We'll go to the second clue. I plan to open a ski resort before I died in 1966. Anybody? All right. And I was fired from one of my early jobs at a newspaper for being unimaginative.
I'm going to guess
Linda,
Walt Disney.
Walt Disney for 1 point is correct. Correct.
Way to go,
How
Linda.
can she get the Walt Disney one?
Jeff,
I
how
love
come you
Walt
didn't know that?
Disney.
Well, look at this.
Look.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeff.
Unimaginative. You were an Imagineer.
Well, I am. I mean, I can't believe that question.
All right, what am I? I took 2,700 years to build. 2,700 years to build. I'm looking for a what?
Jeff,
Jeff,
a pyramid.
pyramid. Incorrect. That's going to cost you 3 points.
Ooh.
Never guessed on that.
And our second clue.
Okay,
for-
what is a pyramid? Is that
That's
a
before-
Jeopardy? Is that like?
That's not like Jeopardy.
No.
Very
Okay.
good, though. Very good. Your second clue for 2 points. I've been called the longest cemetery in the world. 1 million people died making me.
I'll guess.
Linda,
Great Wall of China.
Great Wall of China for 2 points is correct. Correct.
Way to go,
She,
Linda.
I should have never got her to do this game.
I know.
She's a teacher.
For
She's
the
a
record, you
retired-
did invite Linda, is that
I
correct?
know she's a
You did.
retired teacher. I should have never picked her.
All right, who am I? I'm looking for a who. I am scared of the number 13. It's pretty vague. Could be anybody. Could be me. Your second clue for 2 points. I once published under the pen name Richard Bachman. Richard Bachman.
I'll take it.
Linda,
Stephen King.
Stephen King for
Jeff.
2 points
Okay.
is
Seriously?
correct.
I know. Listen,
my
don't
favorite
worry.
author.
Don't
I
worry.
mean-
I'm not going to eat an armor sandwich for the rest of the festival up there.
Hey, don't take it out against the brothers.
All right, I'm looking for another what. I was
I don't think my
marketed-
buzzer's working.
What's that?
Is my buzzer working?
Yeah,
It's coming.
points away, Jeff.
It's coming. We'll check with the
Is
producer.
my buzzer working, producer?
Bu- buzzer's
Okay.
working. It is
Okay.
correct.
Well, I wasn't sure.
Correct. All right. What am I? I was marketed as a documentary, but later classified as a supernatural horror film. Our second clue for 2 points. I am the most profitable movie ever made. I cost just $12,000 to film, but I earned close to $250 million.
I think I know what it is.
Linda,
Blair Witch Project.
Blair Witch for 2 points is correct. Jeff's going to walk
I
off
can't
here.
believe this.
I promise
Okay,
not to answer
first of all,
any
this
more
show is
questions.
not going to air. After this, we're going to redo the show.
We're going to
Okay, without Linda.
right into your congressman.
Yes, we're not going to do this.
I apologize.
Just don't answer. How's that sound?
Yeah, Linda.
Be like the rest of us. We're just standing here.
I'll just stand here now.
All right, here we go. Where am I? I'm looking for a where. I was invaded by the Japanese in World War II.
I got it.
Jeff,
Well, I'm going to say, I shouldn't say this, Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, incorrect. That'll cost you 3 points. Remember, all 3 clues have to match.
Can you believe that?
3. You're at a negative.
I am. I'm like Jeopardy on Saturday Night Live.
Well, Jeff's even.
I got a-
He's
I
at
got-
0. Not
Me-
negative yet, but you can keep.
Me
keep
and Sean
trying.
Connery are going to be a negative 1,000 points here before I'm done.
Our second clue for 2 points. I am both the easternmost and westernmost state of the United States.
Wow.
I'm the eastern and westernmost state of the USA. And I'm not Hawaii. I was invaded by the Japanese. Our third clue, I have half of the world's glaciers. Sue's thinking.
Sue, you got to know this.
Is this Alaska?
Are you buzzing in?
Yes, Alaska.
Sue buzzes in for 1 point. Alaska is correct. We have 4 questions remaining. I'm looking for a historical figure. My funeral was attended by 20,000 people. Historical figure. I've quoted as saying, in this world, nothing can be certain except death and taxes. Our third clue for 1 point. I invented the bifocals and I'm on the $100 bill.
I got Jeff.
Jeff,
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin for a point is correct.
You're
I'm
positive.
making a comeback,
All
but
right.
we're about out of time.
Well, there's still 9 points remaining. You could almost catch up to Linda.
Okay, Linda, do not answer, Linda.
Where am I? Or Linda could answer wrong 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
we'll try
not
that.
gonna
Linda.
happen.
Anything
How
could
about
happen.
try that for a once?
Yeah.
All right, where am I? I am the second widest state in the United States. The second widest. Parts of me receive more snow than Chicago. Our third clue for 1 point. This is the only U.S. state to grow coffee, is famous for tourism, and has
I
black
got it.
sand. Linda,
Hawaii.
Hawaii is correct. That was one I gave you earlier in the show.
Black sand.
And our second to last question of the night, what am I? I cause children to lose 2.8 million days of school per year.
Another
No, I
children
didn't know,
question.
Linda.
Yeah, Linda knows.
I'll guess. Snow.
Sue, snow is incorrect. That'll cost you 3 points.
Jeez.
The second clue for 2 points. The term nitpick refers directly to me. Nitpick. And our third clue, I'm also called soldier bugs, arithmetic bugs, or cooties. Nitpick, cooties, missing school, children.
Flu.
Flu is incorrect. It is lice. Lice.
Who would guess that? Who would want that?
All right, our final question of the night. I dropped out of school to become a rock star. I'm looking for a who. Who am I? I dropped out of school to become a rock star. Our second clue for 2 points. I've appeared in many Tim Burton films. And our last clue of the night for 1 point. I have been named the sexiest man alive
I know
several
it.
times. Linda,
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is correct, and Linda is going to be our winner tonight. Congratulations.
Yeah, whoopee.
Linda is the proud recipient of 4 Jennerstown Speedway tickets.
Yeah,
And
who
you get to
cares,
enjoy
Linda?
a night in Jennerstown Speedway.
never been
Thank you to
there, Jeff.
Armstrong Neighborhood
I've been there
Channel.
many times. I don't care.
Well, I've never been there. So you didn't need the win.
I know. That's why I was trying to let you win.
Quit whining.
All right, before we go tonight, we'll give one last plug.
It was fun being here, and the next time, don't let Jeff pick who's coming in.
I had a great time. Next time, you will not see Linda. You will see somebody who's maybe 10 years old.
Thank you for having me, and I'm really glad to have my Jennerstown race town tickets, and Jeff's a sore loser.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. This is the Stuff I Never Knew Trivia Game Show podcast. I'm Jeff. I'm your host, and we'll see you next time. Now we dance.
Bye.
Hey!
Dance away. Dance
Down with Linda.
Dance away.
That is correct.
Linda's brothers make a great gyro.